On February 5th, 2025, the White House announced an executive order titled Keeping Men Out of Women's Sports. This executive order effectively bans trans women from playing in women's sports. Additionally, it bans anyone who is assigned female at birth who is on hormone replacement therapy from participating in women's sports as well. Because of this executive order, I am no longer allowed to compete in the sport I love, softball. I don't play for the NCAA, I play club softball at my college. The National Club Softball Association, shortly after the NCAA's decision to follow the Trump administration's ruling, announced they would follow suit. I'm a senior at my college, and I'm the vice president of my club team, and yet I am unable to play. I had to choose between being who I am or playing the sport I love. I chose to be who I truly am, which is a man. I've played softball for 16 years. The relationships I've forged with teammates, whether former or current, are some of the closest bonds I've made in my entire life. Some of my earliest memories are of me playing softball. I remember being exceptionally bad as a child. I was always the catcher for coach pitch or the right fielder, which, as any softball player knows, are the worst positions. But then my parents signed me up for lessons. Over time, I improved, and softball became my life. In my early teens, I was playing or practicing softball for upwards of 15 hours a week, between school ball, travel ball, lessons, and at-home practice. Every trainer or coach I had said I had the potential to go D1. And then COVID hit. Everything stopped. My dad was getting older, so he couldn't really practice with me anymore. I started doing drugs, a lot of them. I was a drug addict. I remained in active addiction for the greater part of my junior year of high school, until I went to rehab in April of 2021. I returned from rehab just in time for my senior year, and with it, the softball season. I was decent, but it was never the same. I will never be as good at softball as I was when I was 15, but that's okay. I continued to play in college, both for club and for my travel team in the summer. It didn't really matter that I wasn't the athlete I used to be. No one cared, and neither did I. I was having the most fun playing softball than I had ever had in my entire life. Freshman year of college, second semester, I realized I needed to go on testosterone. I had been out as non-binary and using my chosen name for about a year at that point, but I realized that I was a man, and I wanted the outside to match what I knew was true. At that point, which was the spring of 2023, there weren't really any rules regarding assigned female at birth players who went on hormones for club softball. Why would there be? It's only a club sport. However, following the February 5th executive order that came earlier this year, that has changed. I was okay during the spring 25 semester because I had long hair and could feasibly pass as a girl despite my voice, frame, and facial hair. I recently cut my hair though. I have not been misgendered since. I just look like a dude. It's too risky for me to play now, because if an opposing team reports my college for having a transgender player, it could result in my college being unable to have a club softball team at all. I'm devastated, and I'm heartbroken. I thought that I should make a little video commemorating the sport I love. So, thank you, softball, for everything. Every friend I've made, every foul ball catch I grabbed, every line drive I launched to left field. I will cherish you and the endless memories you've given me for the rest of my life.